Want to see me design a new Verbo or cabin plan here for you in 60 minutes? Stick around. So I'm going to take this live session to design from scratch without really any plan yet, a full-on cabin that I will use for potential Verbo property. So what do I mean potential Verbo property? Let's show you. Me and some buddies have been dreaming of this for years. Let's buy 10 to 20 acres and build out a bunch of vacation cabins on it for rentals and for us to use as families when we want a vacation. So I'm doing the legwork now to design plans around it, having some fun, stretching some ideas, designing these all in 60 minutes so you can see the process behind the scenes, how the CAD works, in all that right here on YouTube or Twitch or LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for watching. So this is what we have on the parcel so far. I have 6 different plans. I'm naming them all after birds of prey. And off the top of my head, I'm blanking on the names. Okay, I remember now. So we got Goshawk on the left. And then next to that, the Harrier. Then the Kestrel. Then the... Oh, no, wait. This is the Osprey. This is the Kestrel. This is the Peregrine, and this is the Redtail. The Redtail, the newest one, 2-story, split forms. Most of these are ranches. Obviously, this one is a 2-story as well. And so, yeah, let's go over to CAD, and I will show you the floor plans of those as we share some screens. I don't know why I keep saying we. Just me. I don't have an editor or anything. Not that fancy. So, sharing some screens, AutoCAD, I'll let you see my keyboard, see what I'm doing as I'm working on these drawings. So these are our 6 plans. Starting smallest to the left, the Kestrel, 1 bedroom with a bunk room, living area. I've been posting some of these on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, link is in my bio. Peregrine, basically the Kestrel stretched it out with a wing to add a 2nd bedroom here. Harrier, one I designed earlier before this series started, but dragged it over because I felt like it worked. 3-bedroom ranch. Osprey, another 2-bedroom ranch, but switched up the main living area some. So we have this L instead of a cluster. Are we calling this a cluster? Is that cool? So we have an L here. And then more of a full-on primary suite with a walk-in dedicated primary bath. And then we get to our 2 stories. So the first 2-story was the Goshawk. You have this loft area overlooking your main living area. But we kept that L shape here. And then for the Redtail, really switched it up. Let me show the bed here as well. So primary suite on this side with then bedrooms above. And then you have this really cool living area vaulted straight across. Maybe we'd add a patio or something over here. Still playing with that, but built-in desk for a quick call or something, getting a little work done, and then a pantry. So those are our 6 plans. We're going to start a 7th today, right now. Thanks for tuning in. So check it out. What are we going to draw? Great question, you're thinking. I am going to do... Oh, that's the intro screen. Let's go one more screen here. So for these processes, and this is how I do all my homes. Oh, I don't have lighting on either. We're going to fix that for you. Firing off the lives without all set up. There we go. Hey, you can see me now. This is how I do my whole process, not just for these lives. This is how I'd start any client's home. Start with the schematic, start with room blocking, thinking about our site parameters and the core focus of the design in that process. And then as I'm working on that, thinking of exterior concepts and how a roof is going to fit on that structure. Those are the most important things for me. So I really want to button that down early. Also thinking about mechanicals some in there. You don't want to get too far down the road and not have any idea what you're doing with mechanicals. And then if all that's working and I'm feeling good about it, we're going to jump over to the 3D model, build it in SketchUp, and render it in Enscape. So let's get rolling. Back to AutoCAD. what I want to draw today is something a little more mid-century inspired. Let's clean up some of these. They're kind of a mess over here. Something a little more mid-century modern inspired, with like a single sloped roof, and then a cool window set on the front, vaulted through it. So I've done some of these mid-century inspired ones, but I want to double down on it for this. And also I wanted to show this one. I'm okay with this one being our biggest one too, but I wanted to show a fireplace anchoring this thing in the middle of the home. So I'm gonna start my design there and just work around it and see what happens as we start building this thing. Because I think a see-through fireplace would be really cool here. I've been showing electric fireplaces in all these. I don't know if you can get an electric see-through fireplace or not. So that's a question we need to ask. I'm sure they make one, but maybe not. But yeah, fireplace unit here. And then let's go backwards with our living area. So we got great room, dining, and then kitchen. I did a similar layout the other day with the straight shot. I'm really liking that, but I want to do something really big here. And I'm thinking this one will probably have the most deluxe pantry setup. You know, really build this one up. So that island is definitely going to need to be centered in the space, I think, with something like this. Oh wait, this is the island. Okay, that's the back wall of the kitchen. Just showing cabinetry here. That's what these blocks are. Now, let's think about this for a second. This island is massive. 11 by 5 feet. I'm actually going to bring that in 6 inches each way. So 11 by 10. 10 by 5. 10 foot by 5 foot. That is like really on the big side of what I'm comfortable for showing for most of your standard countertop materials. Like if you're getting granite or quartz, the slabs top out somewhere around there. I mean, yeah, you can get some that are bigger, but just check with your manufacturer before you design a plan around something that doesn't work, or you need to have a seam in there. Like nobody wants that. So, all right. I'm going to show you as well the front exterior here, at least what I'm thinking, so we can start to play with that. All right. This I've been copying over as like just a really rough section. So post and beam, raising the floor off of grade so that the floor joist will sit on posts that'll sit on concrete piers. Just a really, I think, cheap way of building these, and then a 10-foot plate up top. I'm gonna see if doing a larger overhang on these will look cohesive with the rest of them, because I've only shown 6-inch overhang on all these units. So if I show like a 24-inch overhang, is that going to throw off the whole design style? We will see. I mean, I could always go back and change them, but I want to like kind of just make cool stuff too. Let's see here. If we go just big 60-inch windows on the front. Okay. And then these are like on the face of the structure, wood or something. Let's see here. Let's make all those even sizes. Did I do it? I did. Okay, and then I'm thinking the roof maybe even comes out like this. Right? I can play with that when we get to 3D though. So we have these consistent lines across it. Like I was saying, this is how I want it to be more mid-century inspired. And then we'll do like window blocking in there. So I'm showing an 18-inch window and then a 16-inch window. And then I don't know if I want to do trapezoidals or just another 18 up there. I'll think about that. But also I want to think about how is this going to like join with the bedrooms and bathroom area. I really like the idea of these beams carrying through, which I think would be cool, which means we got to anchor them on the fireplace. If they're going to match the exterior, that wasn't centered. Oh yeah, because we didn't move the other side of the fireplace. Okay, so beams on the front, anchored on the fireplace. They're going to die in like to the sides of the fireplace and help frame that space in. Those will be wood beams in the ceiling. There's probably going to be another ceiling break there just to break up that portion. Let's grab some furniture. Got our sectional. Got our dining. Okay. Now what do we do? Where do we want those bedrooms? That dining space. Let's take a coffee break and think about it. Stay hydrated, friends. Okay, we need entryway. We need some bedrooms. And we need some baths. Well, let's think about this. Let's turn this. And maybe this detail comes off the back. What do y'all think about that? Which means the fireplace anchoring ends here instead. You know, and then those beams go this way instead. I'm still liking like this being the main hangout area. Maybe let's show like a 12 by 12 deck or something here. And this is the main living. Meaning, do we put the rest of the home over here? And then what if this flips? And these are all windows on this side. Oh, I still like that. But which means I'm gonna come over 24 feet with this just to play around with it. Let's see, take our top of plates, offset that. Maybe there's a roof element. Ties into that there. Okay. And then this wing is bedrooms? Question mark? So a lot of times when I'm designing, I'm honestly asking myself questions just like this. Does this work? And I like to keep the drawings really light at this stage so that I can fail fast and figure out really quickly if this is a design that's going to feel great or feel like crap. And yeah, that way you know. Or maybe this is all like a flat roof over here. I know with most of these I've been trying to keep to like a air quotes budget. Like if we really build these, let's actually think about how to build them affordably. So this could be foyer area. So flat roof from a residential perspective is not super cheap. So it's something to consider if you're really price conscious. This is your main entry area. You have a back patio here. And then maybe that means the front porch is here. Like a big stone column or something. Could be stone, could be wood. Break it up those sides and then front door in there. Also, why I'm not getting too hung up on the flat roof now is like sometimes I just need the idea on paper before I can really assess it. And so it's helpful to just draw it out. I often refer to it like to myself as like, let's just get the bad ideas out of my brain before, like I feel like they all need to come out before the good ideas come. So let's just get the bad ideas out and then figure it out from there. Maybe that's not the most like eloquent design theory you were hoping to hear, but it's the truth. This is what I do. And sometimes at the end of this, you realize you got 45 an hour in and something really doesn't work, which is okay. That's actually a better option than getting 4 hours in and realizing something doesn't work. Like I said, I like to fail early. Can I get 2 bedrooms out of this space? what I'm thinking is bedroom here and bedroom here. What do we have for this width? 21.5. Yes, that's big enough for two if they're deep. If they're deeper. What all do we still need to figure out for this plan is laundry space. Can we maybe get a little office in there or not? And then mechanicals. What does all that look like? So let's see here. These bedrooms are 10.6 by 13.5, which, I mean, we've got a big living area, but you don't have a ton of space in this plan. I don't know why I said it like that. Plan. So I think you're okay with bedrooms that size. Again, I'm always trying to think, okay, relative to this floor plan, is that a good bedroom or not? Sometimes, honestly, I'm just going to like floorplans.com and whatever and saying like, okay, another 2,000 square foot houses, do they have 3 bedrooms? Do they have 4 bedrooms? If they do have 3 bedrooms, how big are those bedrooms? Are they showing all 10 by 11s? Are they showing all 13 by 14s? It's kind of just like a little way to grade myself on a curve and double check. I mean, I don't need to do that now as much after designing a long time, but it helps when you're starting out. Ooh, we could do laundry mechanicals back here. Oh, I got a cool idea. Okay, so let's say this is, I'm thinking family vacation cabin, right? So let's make it very specific. Member of my family, my dad loves to cook. He's an awesome cook, by the way. And every time we're in like a vacation or rental place, it's like I never cook, so I never am too concerned about kitchens and rental places, and he'll always be like, oh man, this kitchen's so crappy. So let's make an awesome kitchen for this rental space. Let's make this pantry into a secondary spice kitchen. If you want to have your Thanksgiving morning here and be able to cook for a ton of people, if you're like, let's say your family's renting out 4 cabins on the property, and then this is the one where they all come and hang out in and gather. So what are we at square footage wise? Maybe this is the deluxe one. I don't think we're too big. 1960, yeah, so 3 bedrooms, 1960. I could even afford to go a little bit bigger with it. Maybe we'll do that to get a 4th bedroom or something. I don't know. I'm going to keep playing with it. I am wondering, though. I keep wondering, like, if the house is that way, is it going to feel better to run our gable this way? And maybe this wall is just at a 12-foot plate. And these windows are all 3-footers instead of 18-inchers. You know, there might be a freeze board up here. Freeze board is a little trim board that goes on the wall against your soffit, like against the roof line. So windows there. And then you could do clear story windows on this side. 'Cause I'm wondering if this column's a bad idea and this floor area should come out more here. Just give more space to that side area. Make it like 2,100 square feet. Just thinking about the frame of reference for this floor plan. And this side, you could do just like a pergola. I'm not thinking like a colonial pergola, but something a little more modern. Do like a pergola-ish structure there. This one I might show as a slab on grade too. Maybe that's cheating, but these columns are just going to look better if they're hitting the ground instead of floating on those piers. I'm realizing now as we're going. Okay, so then for this area, other than jamming out to the copyright-free Future Pop tunes on Restream, got a fun little design project going here. Ooh, okay. It's gonna help. Guns to help. Also, if I'm showing like any sort of stone, like those big chunky materials, it helps to have them go on the ground. I've talked about this in lives before, but like I always want to, my goal usually is to design with implied structure. So I rarely am showing things that look like they're floating and stuff. And that's how you can get yourself into a lot of trouble with residential stuff too. Because if you're not going for something very contemporary, and actually like a floating arm of the building or something, which can look really cool, but it's very rare for my projects for someone to request that. If you're like showing areas of stone that look like they're just hovering off the ground, it's one of those things where your brain notices before you can even verbalize it, and you can just tell it feels cheap even without really knowing anything about the structure or design. So that's the kind of stuff I like to avoid, if at all possible. Should this line be back here and this just be a bench? Because then I could do closet here. Oh, we got a ton of room there for baths, and you don't even really need it to be laundry. All right, let's show double fridge. I keep all my icons over here. I don't want this double fridge up in this corner, I don't think. I like the idea of it bringing it back a couple feet. Okay. Let's put that sink in the island along with the dishwasher. I know what you're thinking. Don't freak out on me. The island is massive. Okay. And that way everybody can be together when they're making a meal. You know, look at that space. You can fit like 6 people to that island. Maybe 8. Crazy, right? Yeah. So don't freak out. It's just one of those things that people either really like or really dislike. Laundry mechanical, we can do furnace here. Appliances here. Pantry storage. We could show our double oven back there as well, which could be kind of sweet for a rental to have a double oven. Again, we're thinking like go big or go home. You got a family that is renting here because they don't want to go out, not doing a bunch of stuff. And then you could do a big window in the back here too. That could be cool. A ton of natural light in there. Oh, too big. Maybe that's a double then. Like a little prep sink there. Under counter fridge or cabinet fridge here. Just for other cooking supplies. In case, no, that's an ice maker. Yeah, let's do an ice maker instead, right? That's the right call. That's an under cabinet ice maker for your parties. Wouldn't that be sweet to have that filled and stocked? I'm gonna make this a 2x4 wall, and then it's 2x6 wall, and this is a 2x6 wall as well. So we need some room for venting and things on those walls. All right, I was gonna come back to this front because I have an idea. So my top of plate is there. Wonder if this looks good or bad. If this is a yay or nay to do a secondary pitch here. I kind of imply that they're gonna meet. Or maybe that side just. I could see it. Does this drop a foot? I could do 9-foot plate in that side down this wall. Or, I mean, if this is all flat ceilings, it would look cool too. I mean, it could just be a really simple gable roof as well. It's probably a cheaper way to do it. Just do a 312 gable on the side there. But that's the less cool way of doing it. Could also be what if it is vaulted all the way over? That's definitely mid-century inspired. That's looking a little bit too much like our other one though. I like keeping the flat roof. I'm gonna keep it. If you hate it, call me. We'll talk about it. And then yeah, do some windows here. Maybe they're off-centered. There's like a cool inset area or something there. Just playing with those windows, seeing what feels right. Oh, is there like a trim line or something? A band that goes all the way across at that eave height? Only broken up at those columns. Could be cool. Okay, I'll play with that when we get to the 3D. We need to figure out a little bit more about our floor plan though before we get there. So yeah, you're walking around the front to get to it. I imagine, you know, you're parking on the back and walking up here, which I think is okay. Like typically in a residential home, I wouldn't put the great room to the front. You know, if it's in a subdivision, probably flip it around some. But I think if you're putting them on their own parcel and giving each unit like some privacy with sight lines and everything, it can be nice. So that's why I'm showing it that way. Okay, let's get some text. I'll label some of these things for you. Gathering, kitchen, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, mech, this can be walk-ins for those 2 bedrooms. I guess we don't need 2.5 baths in this. If you can put your hall bath here. (3'5" let's see here. What would we need to go up to get that to be a double bowl? Maybe we should just stretch this out some, huh? No, I don't want to bring that toward the front of the house. This bedroom is 10.6 by 13.5. So I'd need to stretch this out roughly 18 inches. Oh, this wall is arbitrary, I think. I can go down to 42 inches for this back hallway. Sometimes that's a nice way to sneak out some square footage, is like your main thoroughfares like this, you're keeping at 48, and this you're keeping at 48. And then this back hallway here you can put as 42. Let's see here. That's 10.6 by 12.4 now. Why is it 12.4 and 5/16? That is bugging me. Something is funky. There we go. This wall is arbitrary. Oh no, this front wall is... Okay. (14'6" for that primary suite. And then all this comes down a little bit. Okay. And then let's offset that. 42 now. 3.5. (10.6 by 12.5). That works. So let me know in the comments. I'm always thinking about the primary closets for these plans, because part of me wants to make it a little more universal if possible and make sure that a primary closet has a walk-in. But if we're all real with each other, I don't really need a walk-in. You know, like, what's the point? It's a vacation home, so you're not like desperately needing the space, you know? I don't know. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let's grab some icons for that bath. All these. Made this big enough to do double bowl here. And then got a toilet there. 32-inch tub shower. That's going to need to be bigger for the primary suite. This could be all shower. That could be sick. Maybe. What does that leave us for vanity space? 4.9 and 13/16. Why are these walls driving me crazy? Please don't ever draw down to the 16th for residential. The framers will most likely laugh. Nobody on a residential site is building within a 16th of an inch. Maybe your trim carpenters, but by the time it gets to them, the job's already shot, right? They're like the walls are not down to the 16th anyway. So that was really bugging me on this one. That's a 60-inch closet. That's a nice big closet for the space. I'm gonna show 36 for the tub. That's more than code minimum, but hey, you're gonna wanna be more than code minimum for a tub, especially if you have a picky inspector and like one little thing is off on your framing or drywall, or they measure to the toilet paper holder instead of the actual opening. Okay, so that's a 60-inch vanity. Uh, 2x6 wall there. This is big enough for bed wall. Let's grab a king bed. I think we're getting pretty close to being able to bump this one to the 3D, the third dimension. That's a good suite size too. 15 by 14.6. Double bowl sink. Let me know. Would you do double bowl sink? Would you do the bath like this, or would you make that closet smaller? You know, this toilet sit back here. And that doesn't help you. But would you make the closet smaller to get a bigger bath out of it? It's an awesome shower. 3.6 by 8.4. We could even go 4 feet with it. Go big or go home. You're gonna do a big tile shower. Just go up, do it. Dippity do it. And then big transom window on that side. Just higher up so nobody can see in, but you get some natural light in that bath area. All right, so we got primary. All caps, gotta be all caps. Primary, then we got bath. And this is bath 2. What do you say? SketchUp time? This is walk-in. Sorry, checking windows. Anytime you see like an awkward pause from me in this live, it's because I'm checking windows. I'm trying to get better at it. Broadcasting live is hard. Did anyone know that? Did anyone know that? Ooh. Now that I'm looking at it too, this doesn't need to be like that. You know, we could sneak. And maybe this is closet. Right? So this space closet for the foyer side, not the kitchen side. You got some wall area here for an art piece or something. Showing 4-foot doors in the closet. Entry closet. That's where you keep your vacuum and stuff. This is a rental. You got a bench here in the foyer. That could be cool. Yeah, I'm digging it. Let's go to SketchUp. Far enough along. All right, changing windows real quick. I am gonna insert one of the old homes because I want to use some of the layers again. And where was I? Oh yeah, let's switch to, oh, we got 18 minutes. How much of this can I model in 18 minutes? The race is on. Okay. So main section, 20 feet wide. And then it's going back. We will say 50 feet. I screwed something up in the dimensions. It's an extra 3.5 deep from what I wanted, which is fine. But. Okay, and then that back wall is 44. Let's draw the foyer here too. Coming in 8 foot, 16 back, 8 foot over. 16 feet, 8 feet, and then the primary wing is coming out another 10 feet, and then 16 feet over. That should close our loop. Sweet. All right, so if this is slab on grade, 8 inches for top of foundation, 10 foot 1 and 1/8 for top of plate. I can offset this. I can do 18. I'm showing 18 on the flat roof sections, and then I'll show 24 on the pitched section. Okay, so that porch is 8 feet deep as well. Front porch. Let's bump that up 4 inches. That'll be off grade. Okay. Now push pull that up to create our eave line, and then I'm actually gonna come in and delete a lot of this. I don't need it, so I'm gonna push pull that back, and hopefully that will, it didn't delete it for us, but I can come back and delete these lines. All right, I want that line, because I'm gonna go up from here, and then we're gonna go out 2 feet and down 6, because that was a 312 on the elevation I was showing. Then I'm gonna go out another 2 feet this way, and hope that line snaps. Sweet, it snapped. Up 8, up 8. So careful with this roof line here. Depending on, this is actually kind of a tricky span to do rafters with it if you're gonna do conventional framing, like 2x12s or whatever, because it is, it is 20 feet, so that it is 20 feet clear span, 19 feet clear span. So the actual run of those rafters is getting kind of long, getting more than 20 footers, and that's supporting snow load and roof load and all that. So it might be easier to do trusses, but if you do trusses, a truss is going to need at least 18, 24 inches of framing down, so you can't put windows right up next to that roof line, because you need to save space for your truss. Does that make sense? I will probably plan on trusses with these. I'm going to bring that out another 2 feet as well, just again because I think it's cool. It's my live stream. I can do what I want. All right, sorry, I'm jumping back and forth in the CAD to just see how big some of these spaces are. 15 by 2 feet. So coming out 24 inches over 15 inches. Same with this one. 24 over 15. And then I think they were 16 inches in between. 60 inches in between. Those are different numbers, and would kind of screw me up if I did it like that. All right, 60, and then 15. Okay, and then I could push pull that into the roof. It's going to be a lot cleaner from a geometry perspective, though, if I just draw the lines. As long as I snap them to the right spots, it should make our posts for us. Yeah, you just got to always snap to the right parallel in SketchUp, which are the blue, green, and red lines. Like if you're drawing and your line turns blue, green, or red, you know it's on one of the main 3 axes. That can be extremely helpful. If you draw off axes, you will not be happy. SketchUp is a nightmare, and there are a bunch of little problems it makes for you if you do that. So don't do that. Just be really picky about your lines, and you'll be fine. Just watching a dude draw some lines. Okay. Now, let's put in some windows. Okay, I was gonna play with this section as well. I do kind of like that it's a flat roof there. I'm not gonna lie. And as I mentioned, yeah, I get it. Flat roof is gonna be more expensive, but again, cooler maybe. So I'm gonna try it. Really, this live stream gets down to these are the things that I feel like are fun and want to draw. And as long as I'm still having fun ideas and wanting to draw stuff, I'll keep live streaming. All this flat roof was offset 18 inches. So I'm gonna come over and make a face here to bring that back. That line doesn't exist, but this is actually gonna come out 18 inches as well. Oops, not 8 feet, 1/8. Okay, I haven't shown stone really on any of these, but I think it could be cool for this column here. Or maybe that's like a black brick. Ooh, is it a black or grayish brick? Let's get some windows in. We'll start there. Where did my window go? My trusty window. Got a window. Gonna make that a foot wider. And then we're gonna make it 6 inches shorter. So that's a 12-foot ceiling in there. Okay, so these windows centered in these spaces. Sometimes SketchUp is weird too about where the grab points will actually grab. Like if it's not in the right view, it won't grab it right. It's weird. Okay, so that's where the top of the foundation is. I want it at least 6 inches up so it's off the floor. But that's an 18-inch window, so the bottom windows can be tempered, and then I can actually get away from tempered windows for the rest of these, which is really nice because tempering is expensive in windows. Let's see here. This window is 5 feet. I've also found, I talk about this a lot, but I've also found in most common window manufacturers, the biggest size you can get in a picture window, which is like an inoperable window that is just always closed. The biggest size you can get is 5 foot by 6 foot in most of them. So it's nice to make them that size because then you can get them ordered just about any manufacturer. Would it look better if they were trapezoidal windows? Let's play with that. All right, so 5 feet wide means in that space 312, 3 by 5, it's gonna come out 15 inches. Don't worry, they won't all be the same. But I started with them all the same because I'm gonna edit them later. I'm gonna push that back 1 inch, which feels more real if that face isn't flush with the face of the window frame. And like I was saying earlier about the trusses, I can't put that window right up next to the ceiling, so I'm gonna bring that down. Let's make this unique. Bring that up. What would that be? 18 inches? Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna make this one unique as well, which means I'm gonna bring this one up. I'm guessing 36 inches. Okay. Yeah, that does look a little cooler. Dang it. Okay. If you're designing a house, just always know. There's a 100% rule of thumb, never fails. If it looks cooler, it's probably more expensive. I'm kidding. It's not always that case, but it just so often feels like that. All right. That's going to be a trim board with a transition siding there. And then these will probably all be just a dark color, kind of fade away. Maybe there's a trim board on the bottom here. And then let's copy this, show like a little freeze board or something up there. Oh yeah, that's not parallel. It's like, what's going on with the thing? I wonder if this will snap to parallel for that line. Oh, it will. That's awesome. Okay. I'm gonna show all those 1 inch out. Cool beans. All right. Gonna load some materials from Enscape. My apologies. You can't see this window every time I pull it up. But I figured it's easier for me to just quick load them than try and reshare screen and unshare and all that. Do. You know what? Those are big enough where they might actually be planking. Let's load a different material. Thinking about it now. Just chewing. Processing aloud. Are they like this type of material instead? Let's see here. Let's match that color to the other one. Okay. Don't hate it so far. Don't hate me for drawing it. Please. I mean, you can, I guess. But you probably got other stuff to sort out in your life if you're upset with me for drawing this house on a YouTube live. So focus on your mentals. And then let's do just plain old horizontal siding through here. This will be a black color. I actually start with the wood because I like this wood pattern a little better. I'm going to take all the color out of it, darken it up, and stretch it out. So that's a bigger size. Ooh, 10 feet is too big. 8 feet? Yeah, there we go. Wasn't intending to go like super moody with all these designs, but it just kind of worked like that. And now that I want them all to match, I'm continually showing the same color scheme, which I'm fine with. I like this color scheme. It's my favorite. But they are all looking similar, which, like I said, is kind of the goal. Hashtag kind of the goal. That's not an actual hashtag. You don't need to tag anything like that. Thank you, Captain Obvious. You're welcome. Okay. Should I make... I'm going to show a little concrete on this one. Should I make a brick section here for those windows that bumps out slightly? And bring this back a couple feet to wrap that corner. Oh yeah, I was gonna think about it like a trim line or something on the height of those windows too. That could be cool. What does that look like if we were to do it? Yeah, so my encouragement to you, if you are starting out, you want to do this for a living, just try a lot of stuff. Do things like this, like make your own design competition and put it on YouTube and just see what it looks like when you start drawing stuff. And maybe it's cool, maybe it sucks, but yeah, at least start to get to know. Okay, I do kind of like that, but I don't like it with the brick Like I feel like there are too many brick interruptions now on it. Maybe that is the only brick on here. Or is this whole face brick? This whole inset area brick. Maybe. Does that mean this column is matching these columns and 6 inches shorter? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Let's go with it. Also, this is a big thing in my process is I want to get an idea out quickly to a point where I can show someone. First draft is never the finished product. I'm just trying to communicate to the client, like, hey, this is what I thought you told me when we talked. And that's when the design process really starts, I feel like, is once something's on paper. And so even if my client hates this, that's a win because I know I've got a data point now of something they don't like. And that's better than just conceptually talking. I think talking is helpful, and obviously, talking to your designer or architect is helpful, but there's only so much you can do before it's like, I need to get just in front of a computer and draw some of this stuff. So we can all see if what we're saying sitting here is anything close to what you actually think you're saying, or what I'm actually hearing you say. I'm going to do a trim piece on the top and the bottom. Okay. And then let's copy these windows over. All right, I'm going to make these unique as well. Make them smaller. Now these are 24 by 36 and the awning below is 18 by 36. So these will need to be casements to make it an egress window. I kind of like them off center. Love it, hate it, keeping it. Don't care, too late. Didn't read your comment yet. Haha, gotcha. Gotcha good. All right, and then we're just gonna show an 8-foot door for the front door here. The frontispiece, as Tobias Funke would say. Please tell me you got that reference. If not, it's going to be weird. Google it. Don't Google it, actually. That will also be weird. But yeah, it's Arrested Development, for those of you wondering. One of the best shows in the history of television. Okay. Oh, we need some clear story windows too, don't we? Def need to show those because that's going to be a big part of the elevation. Oh, those are going to be so sweet through there. Yeah. I'm going to make those unique though because I want to make them taller. I think with most homes is a default, but especially vacation homes, like pack them with natural light. Sneak windows in anywhere you can. I really like showing fixed windows because fixed windows are relatively cheap, regardless of what window manufacturer you choose. The fixed windows are probably a lot less than your casements or, you know, even single hungs. I'm going to show window trim on that. Those windows there. There, set it again. And then explode those. This is my standard window trim. And just color it the same color as all that trim. And then we're pretty dang close to throwing this on our plot. And drum roll, seeing if it matches the other units on there. What do you think? Think it's gonna match? Ooh, I'm right at an hour. Okay, I'm going to finish this one up, though. Because I like it. I'm having fun. You having fun? This is a Thursday afternoon for those of you watching in the future. It's been a good week so far. I didn't stream yesterday. I had some, needed some medical tests done and stuff and blood draw and all that. I won't get into it, but I get extremely queasy and almost pass out anytime I am around or hear stories about or get blood drawn, like all that stuff. Going to the doctor, I almost passed out one time getting a chest x-ray before I had broken ribs. One of them got just ever so mildly bumped, and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom and sit down. They always give you free juice, so it's a hospital hack for you. If you want free juice, just threaten to pass out, and you will get it. So, big win. I like coloring this. Like, I just use a concrete. I don't know that it matters. It's just, you know, does it need to be exactly a limestone hatch pattern? Not really. Just something to show a sill there. I think is kind of nice. Okay. So I'm going to delete this. I don't need the old one. I'm going to show metal roofing on that roof. I don't know if you'll see the roof like any of the final rendered images, but we're not going to do red metal roof. That's for dang sure. And then I'm going to save it. Oh, I didn't come up with a bird name for this. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Whew. What should I call this? I'm like shocked. I'm just like out of an idea. I want to name one the red-shouldered because it's one of my favorite birds, but it feels weird to name a home that, like in the marketing material and stuff. But again, I'm gonna do it. Let her rip. Favorite bird. Here we go. My live stream. Do what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna load our cabin property again. Hey, check it out. There it is. Sweet. And take a coffee break. Hydrate. And then we're gonna plop this on there. We can use this nice little piece of God's green earth for something like that. Oh, all these trees are in the ground. Now, who put the trees in the ground? Easier to do than you would think. Let's push those up. Okay. Now we're going to import our Mr. Red Shoulder. Import menu. I don't think you can see this pop up either. Just importing a file. So we have red shoulder next to red tail. Hopefully it looks cool. Oh, dang. Okay. Let's see here. Something is very funky with how Enscape makes their concrete. It's like the most reflective material in the history of mankind. So I usually need to come in and change that. And then, let's see here. Let's just draw a little path to it. From the main path, just to have something that looks like it's a thing. All right, and then I need to connect that because this is a group, so that line's not going to naturally connect. Then when those lines get thinner, you can tell you actually connected the right layers. Okay. And yeah, let's go to Enscape. See what this final thing turned out as. Oh. So there's it on our property. And you can let me know if you think it matches well, somewhat well, not well. I totally failed. Should quit my day job and work on something else. We'll see. sharing your screen. Hi, everybody. All right. We got it. You live? You see it? Drum roll, please. The new one. Oh, I think it works. A little more brick on it than the others. Obvi. Let's get the sun at a cool angle. It's always so hard to get the sun at the right angle. Especially like with that trim in the eaves. I can bump up the contrast to make the images pop. But then the downside of that is you can't see like anything that's under a shadow. You can't really see at all. So, I think Mr. Red Shoulder matches with the houses on the parcel. Yay? Nay? What do you think? Matches with Harrier, I think, pretty well. And this one's kind of mid-century inspired. I think it could work. You could always do a sloped roof on it. Make it match a little more or something. Or do another pitch back like this guy. So, some similarities, some differences, but most of all, fun. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end the screen sharing there and say peace out to everybody on the interwebs. I'll be back sometime, another time, for more lives. I'm 7 homes in to the Verbo property, so I'm going to try for 3 more. If there's anything you want to see from a cabin plan, hit me up. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.